another day at the ESPN Home of Sports News. As the Super Bowl is coming, we've got all the news feed about the event. Today, a group of activists have come to talk about the ads shown during the Sporting Cup. They claim the ads in these events contain messages of the objectification of women. As we were talking before filming, they say that the language used in these commercials have a high influence on them. Please welcome Ms. Livorno, Ms. Paleta, and Mr. Puss.
There are two sides to GoDaddy. There's the sexy side represented by Bar Raffaelli, and the smart side that creates a killer website for your small business represented by Walter. Together, they're perfect. Get your domain and website at GoDaddy.com.
The ad that I'm going to analyze is the GoDaddy commercial with the Raffaelli kiss Danica Patrick. This ad does not particularly objectify women, but it is definitely setting unreachable standards for the female population. It starts out with a very good-looking woman talking about the product they want to sell or promote. Next to her, you see two people sitting down, a blonde young woman with a very tight pink dress, and next to her an oversized man with curly hair and eyeglasses. They are both representing stereotypes of a sexy woman and a geeky boy. However, when they are being presented, they are not really recognized as human beings, the presenter says. There are two sides to GoDaddy. There is the sexy side represented by Bar Raffaelli and the smart side that creates a killer website for your small businesses represented by Walter. Together, they're perfect. Even if that is the only thing even though that's the only thing said that hints her stereotypes, it has a big impact. What this commercial does is that it is setting a standard for what sexy means and what it looks like. Obviously, like the woman in pink, tall, blonde, skinny, perfectly tan, poreless face. These are all very rare characteristics, and if you're not born with them, they're impossible to achieve. So, when a woman or man sees this commercial, they are being put in their heads that if a female does not look like this, she is not sexy. It's because of the language that they use, because she says this is the sexy part. Why is it so bad? Because the percentage of women who actually look like that are next to none. So the ones that don't look like that start to feel very bad about themselves and start trying everything to look like that girl in the commercial, not realizing it is impossible. Now, I know that we were talking about how ads stereotype women, but this one has another very big one. It's the stereotype of geeks, nerds. In society, this term is a negative one. You never want to be called that, or at least that is what the people think. So, for all those boys who look like the one in the video, they must feel very bad about themselves. And honestly, there are a lot of men who look like that. Overweight, with glasses, very pale. These are completely normal characteristics, but through this ad, they are seen as negative attributes, or geeky, as they would call it. The targeted audience in this ad is for all the females that want to look like that girl, and for all those ordinary men who want to get a girl like that. These two stereotypes are very typical and create a very persuasive impact. This ad instantly makes you want to explore the product more, since it is very rare that a beautiful woman like that makes out with a geeky man. So that's why the language this ad is very powerful.
Young folks today be talking about the swag. I got all the swag. Been had it. Look at my house. Nice lawn, got TV, all the channels. DVR, I never miss Matlock. I got gold chains. Who's got the swag now? Look at my tennis shoes. I got a new wife. She's a fox. Look at her, y'all. Who got the swag now? Come on, baby. Show 'em what you got. Go on, go ahead. She's so bad, I had to put a ring on her. I would have put 2 rings on her, but that ain't the style. Who got the swag now? Y'all be saying, I wish I was like the old dude. How he do that? Well, I made a call on my cell phone, and in just 15 minutes, I saved 15% on my auto insurance with Geico. More money, in my pocket. Who got the swag now? I does.
Hi, I'm Miss Valeta. The ad I'm going to be talking about is a guy who got the swag. This ad is talking about how the older man has saved up money and he can have the swag. We can see how in this video he starts by them being in front of their house, and one of the major things that caught my attention was everything they have in their yard. They have billions of things outside as if they're trying to show everyone what they have, and obviously that's the purpose. Also, the main thing that gets my attention is the old guy dressed in younger guy's clothes and some tennis shoes which he brags about. We can see the woman is dressed in a very tight one piece with a lot of jewelry and looking very fancy. He starts talking about money, gold, and women. We have the typical I have money and obviously women, and they feel powerful. This ad is seen very important for me because the main idea is how if they have the Geico car insurance, they can save up money for anything they want. A major part in this ad is how he starts stating everything he has: money, house, TVs, gold, and woman, as if she was an object. He starts saying, "Come on, baby, show them what you have, go on, go ahead." The way he talks about her is in an ugly way. He describes her physical appearance instead of her person. He states how he would put a ring on her, as the Beyonce song states, "If you like it, put a ring on her." He is showing her to the people as if she was a trophy. He portrays her if one of the best things about her is her body. We can also see the way she purposely has a tight outfit on, and the way that we see this woman is very big and voluptuous. She doesn't say anything, but she acts in a way as if she was a price for all the money he has. She has a very big features, and she makes sure to show them. I find it shocking because what this ad states about the woman is that if they have money, men will get everything they want. I honestly believe this ad is for men who probably have around 40 to 50 years, because this is an age where you already have work and you want to make sure you have a safety for your car. At this age, you want to have swag since it's lacking. I also want to talk about the difference in ages that the old man and the woman have. This also comes into consideration as to the people who this ad is directed to. This is also a way to make older guys think that when they get older and want someone, if they have money, they will get her. They have a drastic age difference just by their physical appearance, which makes this ad even dumber. Sadly, the way this is portrayed is as stated before, that the women were a price or an object.
Well, as shown by Ms. DiBono and Ms. Valletta, female objectification in the Super Bowl commercials is highly prevalent. Today, I want to show you this ad by Carl's Jr.
I love going all natural. It just makes me feel better. Nothing between me and my 100% all natural, juicy, grass-fed beef.
Introducing the all-natural burger, the first ever in fast food, with no antibiotics, no added hormones, and no steroids. Only at Carl's Jr.
We see a female model named Charlotte McKinney, who is almost completely nude. She is covered up only by some very well-positioned objects in the surrounding that leave little to the imagination of the audience. This is allowing for the reinforcement of the stereotype of females being objectified. I want to make particular emphasis on how they use language to do this. To begin with, we will start off with the situation presented so that we can understand the mood of the commercial. The location is a marketplace filled with men who are just staring at Ms. McKinney. As said before, she's in the nude and just walking by. Then, we must comment on her language, what I said previously I would be analyzing. She starts by saying, "I love going all natural." This particular quote is of great annoyance for me. This statement adds to the stereotype that females, as objects, are only worth by the size of their curves, as we see that she is a woman of great curvature. It adds to the stereotype that dictates women that have big curves are the objects that are worth it. It not only excludes the women that were born with smaller curvature, but also, by the manner she is saying it, it adds a certain innuendo. She is insinuating that she is going in the natural, or in other words, on the nude. As we noticed in the market, other females are not noticed by the men that are in the market, as they all turn their heads toward this new female who is the only real worth your time, as she is all natural. She then continues to worsen the situation by saying something else that makes me feel even more insulted. She says, "It makes me feel better." What is so wrong with this particular quote? Well, after adding the stereotype with her initial statement and actions, she's also making it feel as if it were right. This statement makes women believe that this is the norm. It sells the stereotype to female audiences too, as they now believe this is what they should strive for in order to have the perfect body. This alters their views of what a normal body looks like, affecting their body image. It also makes them think that the only way to attract a male partner is through this body, making them push themselves to achieve these looks, as unnatural as they may or may not be. It makes them feel uncomfortable at what they have or do not have, but also helps to implement the idea into them. This worsens the situation, as I said before, because it causes the people most likely to fight against these stereotypes to believe it's right, that being, of course, women. All this integrates to cause the growth of this stereotype. A woman is objectified by a woman herself, which makes it much more effective. From this, we can also draw another conclusion. It is obvious that this commercial was meant for men in the 20 to 35 age range. It is meant to attract them to this burger they publicized, even though it wasn't until the end of the ad. This commercial thus creates an overall effect with a negative outcome. These men are potential husbands-to-be, and this creates a negative effect on how they choose their future couple. For this, we can see that the Super Bowl, which acts as a medium to hook viewers into a particular event or moment, helps the media reach more people. Then, the media, which is the commercials and advertising during the event, portrays this kind of messages that ratify and help the growth of the objectification of females. This is just one of many examples of a time when the Super Bowl works to create the situation, which is why we come here to call this a sexist, misogynistic event. We call for equality. We call for better views on women. We call for better representation of females on the media. That is what we want. And with events like these, Super Bowls or whatever they're called, which give into these situations, does not help this cause.